1996 Toyota Avalon. Time to replace the front and back suspension setup, more importantly the struts, coils, and mounts. So I purchased D2 street coilovers. On the left is a KYB GR2 coil and strut, pretty much the same style of an actual coilover. On a D2, some terms I was unfamiliar with when first going into it was on the top we have the mount, also called a pillow block. Right underneath the mount we have the top spring perch, and clearly we have the coil, and the strut is on the inside of the coil. On the bottom we have the lower spring perch, and there's another backing nut behind that to keep the spring perch from moving. The whole shaft is threaded, which comes down to the mount that attaches to the steering knuckle, and because this shaft is threaded, so is this mount, and threading the mount up or down is what sets your ride height. So this is one I'm going to adjust for the proper ride height. When I say proper ride height, it's not an exact science. I have an aftermarket one and a stock one. The stock one uses a progressive spring. That's where the top diameter is smaller than the bottom diameter. And what happens, it takes less weight to travel down 1 inch on the top. Then as you get close to the bottom, it takes more weight to travel down 1 inch. On this type of setup, it's a linear spring, which means it takes the same amount of weight to move down 1 inch every time. So to set the height, pretty much eyeballed it. I know that one is not going to depress as much when the car's weight comes down on it because it's a linear spring. Where that spring might take, I don't know, 80 pounds, 100 pounds to go down the first inch, that might take 200 pounds to go down the first inch. So you know your ride height's going to be higher with the weight of the car just sitting on it. So with it being slightly lower, it might not sag as much as that one. So this one's already set up. I just, again, ballparked it. I unscrewed the entire bottom mount and then counted how many revolutions I went up with it. On these, on the front I went 25, on the rears I went 30.